What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie all day. So I'm bringing you today some Ozark Trail. Now, of all the blades I have brought you, I haven't yet brought anything from Ozark Trail. I don't think I may have, but I don't think. I am thoroughly impressed. So let's go over some of this real quick because this knife is really nice, and you get them at Walmart. I'm actually going to put a link below to where you can find one of these things. So I was wondering if it had a name. It just says Ozark Trail 7.5-inch folder. Okay, here's something I didn't know. They use 14C28N steel. That's fantastic. For $20. This is $19.97 right now on the website on Walmart. And I can't believe it. It's aluminum handle, 14C28N. Come on, I got stuff on there. 14C28N steel is fantastic. You got that tanto tip. You got the side lock or slide lock. You have your lanyard hole is like a cross between a lanyard and a strap hole. You have a reversible pocket clip. You have just an all-around beautiful piece. Your liners are skeletonized. They did everything right on this knife, and then they sold it for $20. It's like there's got to be a catch. That's way too good. That's fantastic. All right, so what I want to do is pull up all the specs here. So we're looking at 7.5 inches overall, 3.25-inch blade, 4.25-inch grip, which is beautiful, and it's done so well. It's a really, really nice knife. Is it sharp? Let's find out. They use the right steel. Did they use the right steel sharpener? That there is 100% razor sharp. That is razor shave sharp. And I say it all the time. A lot of knives that are sharp will cut paper, but just sharp won't shave hair. You need that thing to be razor sharp, and that's what this is. And it's beautiful. The blue with that bronze color on it, that's a good-looking knife. Let's take it outside and see how it performs. All right, so getting this thing out in the sun, you can really, really get an eyeball on that blue. It is absolutely stunning, man. This is a nice looking knife. And not only that, but they actually sent me a little button lock as well. And I can't wait to get this one done. So we have 2 videos coming up. You got the orange in there with the green, the clip point, nice little mini pocket buoy. This thing is really, really nice. So we'll be doing a full review on this one as well. But today it's all about how does the tanto cut. Let's check it out. All right, so we want to give this thing some cutting to see how it's going to do. Obviously, we're not going to spend 3 days in a row making the same cuts over and over again. What we want to do is we just want to know how's the edge geometry, how does it feel in the hand, and obviously that part is subjective, and I can tell you it feels great in the hand, and just how does it perform overall. Nice little push cut here, and you can see how absolutely clean that cut is. That is really, really nice, and that is using the tanto tip. Golly, that's nice. Now we're going to push down using the flat of the blade, and again, you get a really, really nice cut. Let's go ahead and just dice this thing up. So, I mean, if this is your bring-along knife, like let's say you, first of all, it's an EDC. This is an absolute 100%. Every single day, put it in your pocket, carry. That's what this knife is. But what happens if you do get stuck out in the wilderness? What happens if you are out, or what happens if you have your camp knife and then you're thinking to yourself, okay, I have my camp knife, but what about a bring along? What about those small tasks? I have something that is going to chop wood and build shelters and do this and that. What about fine feather sticking? What about whittling? What about all those little things I need, like notching? You're going to want a blade for that. Let's see. Look at that. Look how clean that cut is. You can tell a lot about an edge by how clean it cuts through fibrous material. And I'll tell you, man, that is absolutely flawless. And if you're wondering what that means, flawless means that without flaw. That edge right there, that cut, that is without flaw. That is absolutely perfect. Let's take some of this plastic tubing and get a little sliceroo in there. Oh my gosh. It's just crazy. When you get a good edge, you just push it against whatever you're cutting and you let it do the work. All I'm doing is spinning this tube. This edge is doing all the work. Just all the work. And it's easily doing it. This one's a little harder. Let's try this. This one, it's a hose out here in the Arizona sun. It becomes like a really, I mean, you could bend it and it'll probably crack at some point because the rubber has turned to almost like glass. Well, let's see what we got here. Oh my gosh. That's almost like when you're feathering and you're getting a fine curl. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So that's probably the finest curl I ever got cutting this thing. That is so super nice. I'm trying to keep it there. I mean, that's incredible. For $20, who builds a knife this right with these materials and this steel? This knife steel, for those who don't know, it's actually a really great knife steel. It's gonna perform and act a lot like D2 or even 1095. It's gonna be really good against corrosion. It's gonna hold an edge. It's gonna stay sharp for a long time. Look at this curl. Just keep going. I gotta cut that off. Golly. And it's a strong steel. The Rockwell in here is probably 58, 60, somewhere in there. Just fantastic. It's a fantastic steel. Closes, opens after cutting and doing whatever. It's so nice. It's always a joy to hold a proper knife. Something that's just been made right, made to work. It's one of those anytime, every time type pocket knives. This is really, really sweet. So this is some really hard, obviously, dried Arizona hardwood here. Let's make sure I'm in the shot. Let's get a nice little side grip. Get some pretty curls here. Golly. Edge geometry, edge geometry, edge geometry. You can manipulate what kind of curls you want just by how you hold it. Little tight curls by doing that way. My push cuts gave me some big thick curls. That is superb. Let's see. I mean, it's going to be a great cut down knife, some whittling knife, some sharpening sticks knife. So if you are in a camp situation, you have to make your something to skewer food on, or if you're making arrows and spears or pit spikes, anything to defend your camp with, even if you're making camp furniture or anything like that and you need to make something with a tip, tent spikes, things like that, it's just going to be excellent and all around usable. Let's see, we got this garden hose here, unlike the other ones. This one's not feeling like a piece of plastic right now. So get a beautiful rip right there. That is so sweet. Now we're going to spin it. Remember, this is going to be like, by twisting it, you're going to end up with like 10 layers of rubber, 4 layers, 5 or 6 layers of nylon. Let's see. Golly. That is so nice. That is a cutter. That is a cutter, man. This is an EDC for $20. $20. I mean, that there is nice. All right, let's take the basketball. We always check for spiders first. And we're going to go ahead and wow. All right, so let's say you're out and you bag yourself an animal and you just lost your big hunting knife and you think, well, how am I going to skin? Well, luckily this thing attaches to your pocket, so when you reach for it, it's still there. But your camp kitchen knife, your camp chef knife, whatever you want to call it, your camp cook knife, you got to prepare. You got to prepare food. You got to cut up some meat. It's going to be, oh, wow, that was nice. It's going to be there for you. I mean, this is leather, rubber, mesh. There isn't an animal in the world that's going to have a hide as complex as this. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's beautiful, and I don't mean just looking. I mean the whole action, everything about it. You need it for self-defense. You got Bigfoot at an ATM. That's fine. It's going to work. But this thing right here, this thing is going to be made for you to carry and use, and for $20. Get out of here. Get out of here for $20. The blade alone you could sell for $20. If you wanted to do a builder's kit, you said, okay, I got a Tanto blade, 14C28N. Here you go, $20. Easy, all day long. The rest is free. This is beautiful. So check out the link below. It's a Walmart link, so you know you can trust it. You know it's going to come to your house. You can just drive there and pick one up. This thing is fan-freaking-tastic. We'll have to get ready for the next one coming up soon. And before that, I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.